are we doing, guys? How are we doing? You know, it's crazy that we live in a world. We live in a world in which people hate to be accountable for their actions. You ever notice America is the only country of opportunity? America is a dream for the world. The American dream. We hear these words all the time, American dream. What is the American dream? For the Americans that live in this country, what dream do they acquire? Let's be frank and honest. To the world around America, America is their paradise, it's their dream. America is the only country in the world upon which foreigners and others can come from outside and have more authority in this country over citizens than the actual citizens. You know, in Egypt, just to give an example, in Egypt, in order to be a government official, both parents have to be Egyptian citizens. Both parents. Most countries are like that. We, America, this country is a corporation. The citizens are the least important people in this country. Now, let's be frank. I'm not trying to throw dirt on any foreigner who come from their own respective country. I'm not throwing dirt on them. But what I would say is that the positions of power in this country should not be given to any foreigners unless you're American. Your mother and father should be American. It should be third or fourth or fifth generation American, not second generation. We are the only country that accepts this second generation position of power, which I disagree with. I think by doing that, you water down the citizens' position in this country to reach certain levels of power and position. Now, just because you have a sprinkle Americans over here, and this had nothing to do with race. This can either be white or black. I'm just saying American. I'm saying the third or fourth generation Americans, if they do not run this country, we can only imagine what America is. America is not America today. What is an American? You have certain black individuals running around calling themselves African American, which makes absolutely no sense. One of the many reasons why so many people can come into this country and just take things right out of your hands, because you don't know who you are. You keep saying that you're African American. Now, as an American, as a black American, I'm going black, I'm using that term loosely. Now, if you get married to an African woman today, 9 months from today, you guys have children. What are your children? Are they African American because you're American and your wife is African? And can you also be African American at the same time that your children is African American? Interesting question, right? I know, I was thinking the same thing. Let's go a little bit further. Say you live in this country, what we call America, the land of the great, right? Say that you're African and you migrated from Africa to this land, which we call the Americas. Now say as a family, as a mother and father, you now have a child. After 9 months, maybe 3 years, 4 years of being in this country. That child that was born in America, who is a second generation, is that child now an American, even though both parents are African? Because technically that child was born in America. Both parents had that child in America. That child is an American citizen, so he's American and African. So does that make that child African American? See, this is the problem with these Jesse Jacksons, these civil rights leaders. They have screwed over certain groups of people in this country. It is time for us to take back our power. It's time for us to reclaim who we are, reclaim your identity. Know who you are. And I'm not talking about going to this biblical journey of learning your ethnicity, bloodline. No. Know who you are in this country alone. Know your worth. Let's take an example. Let's use India for an example. Bangladesh, Pakistan, all these places used to be India. After they migrated into these different territories of land, they now the breath and air of that land. We're more than 7, 8 generations into this country. More than that. Some of us can trace our lineage even further than that. So I ask you the question, and this is the question I have for you. If that's the case, why are you so caught up in trying to become something other than what you are? You are American. Why do you allow so many people come from their own respective countries, who throw away their citizenships, who burn their passports, who reclaim your position in this country? Why do you think that is? Why are we like the prostitute? America's the prostitute for the world. So many foreigners, so many people can come in and run everything. They can run government. Barack Obama, not American. So many freaking black Americans going after this guy. He's not even an American. His father's African. And let's not just even talk about Barack Obama. You guys are crazy, man. Literally, y'all crazy. I'm tired of hearing these black folks, I'm African American. The next person, African American, man, don't even talk to me, man. Because if you know what I'm saying now, and after I'm educating you on why you should never consider yourself an African American, born and raised in this country, and you still go around saying you're African American, don't talk to me. I have nothing to say to you. I'm embarrassed to be associated with you. Because at some point in time, we can't be looked at around the world as the most stupid, continually looked in front of the world. How I mean, when will we grab ourselves and shake ourselves until some sense come back into our I'm sick and tired of people saying I'm African American. It makes absolutely no sense. Just imagine it. Now, the Constitution that was written here in the Americas, was it written for African Americans or written for Americans? Number one. That's my number one question I have for you. Now, don't give me that, oh, well, we only deal with the amendment. We were 3/5 of a human being. I don't want to hear that conversation. What I get tired of hearing from black folks, and this just makes me so upset, is you keep making appeal to historical events. Tell me, well, they used to do this to us. I don't want to hear what Massa used to do to you. Massa ain't doing that to you now. There's nothing for stopping you from reclaiming who you are. Reclaim your identity in a proper format. There's nothing stopping you but yourself. I'm tired. I'm literally tired. I'm literally tired of having these conversations over and over with people. And they seem to be so far in space that they're unable to wrap their head around logic and rationale anymore. I've heard black Americans in this country say, you know what, I'm gonna die on this hill. I'm a nigga. I'm gonna die a nigga. Someone should just line them up and just just get rid of them, bro. Those are the people who digging holes at the bottom of the ship. The other group of people say, I don't care what you say, Nor, I'm an African American. I'm proud to be an African American. If you don't say you're African American, then you don't love yourself. You have pathetic black people think if you say that you're not African American, they think, oh, you don't love being black. These are the same idiots who go around tell Dominicans, oh, you're not Dominican, you black. You don't like being black. The same guys who go around tell Somali people, you don't like being black, you're not Somali, you black. Because these idiots don't know themselves. So they want everybody to be a crayon color. They want to pick crayons in a box, and they want everybody to pick what crayon they are. These are black Americans. They American, they don't want to be black. No, they just know who they are. Dominicans know who they are. Somalis know who they are. You just don't know who the heck you are. Deal with that. Find out who you are. Stop throwing shade at these people. You look more stupid than them. Any black people get on the gram, get on Facebook, start going off on all these different cultures. You don't know who you are. You look stupid. You look really stupid to the world. Let me tell you for the first time, you look really stupid. That's all I got to say, man. That's my 2 cents for the day. I'm out.